What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Today I'll be showing you all the different meteors that appear in the space biome and their resources. Now guys, the first one, we've got these great big old brown and green rocks. These will provide you with mutagel, ambergris, and I believe it's stone as well. So if you want to farm up the mutagel for your mutagen, you definitely want to hit up these rocks. There are tons of these brown little rocks scattered all over here, and you can farm them up for all the mutagel. And you will also find metal on these rocks, and that is all that is found on these brown rocks. So let's move on to the next one. Now guys, this next one is the element dust set of meteors. Essentially they'll look like flat glaciers that are scattered through an Arctic region. On these ones you'll find a bunch of element dust, like literally tons and tons of it, as well as rich metal nodes. So if you need element dust or metal, this is the asteroid that you want to look out for. But pretty much every single one of these asteroids will spawn alongside metal, so this is your best spot to actually gather metal in Genesis Part 2, I would say. So we'll move on to the next one. The next set of asteroids we have are the obsidian, gem, and metal asteroids. Now, all these asteroids here will provide you with certain gems. So the gems from Aberration, essentially, the red, blue, and green gems, you'll be able to find these scattered on all of these meteors. You can see we've got a bunch of them here. You will have to gather them by hand. There is no way for you to actually mine these, which is rather unfortunate, but I mean, these things happen. So as far as I can tell, this is so far the only area I have been able to find these gems. So you will have to come out here eventually for them. As well as that, you can also mine up obsidian and metal, and obviously you've got the rich metal nodes as well. And you'll be able to tell that these are the obsidian ones because look at how damn imposing and terrifying these meteors look. So they're the obsidian ones. Let's move on to the next ones. Now guys, this next one is the absolute best, and it kind of also looks Arctic. It's got the green sort of globular ones on it. These ones will have little blue crystals on them, and these blue crystals will give you element. That's right, this is the way you get element on Genesis Part 2. So you can bring an Anki as well to harvest all this. You will also get element shards and stone, and obviously there are your metal nodes as well located on the asteroids, but this is like super easy to get element now. Like this is easier than bloody Genesis Part 1. So if you want element, this is the way to go about doing it, and you just need to keep an eye out for these sets of rocks. But look how many damn meteors there are. So you'll be set on element for a very long time. Next up, guys, we have the sulfur meteors. Now, as the name suggests, these are meteors that have sulfur rocks in them that you can harvest up for sulfur. So just like that, little yellow rocks. Now you'll know you're in the sulfur ones because look at all the damn gas. There's a lot of it. Now you can also harvest obsidian on these as well, so it's kind of a multi one, which is pretty good. And you also have your standard metal nodes as well. So pretty damn awesome. Let's move on to the next one. Now guys, next up we have the crystal meteors, and pretty self-explanatory, as you can obviously see. The giant meteors with crystal nodes on them, so you can harvest them up for a bunch of crystal if you want. They still also have metal nodes on them, and that is all I've found on these crystal nodes. I haven't seen any of like the gem nodes from like Aberration or anything on them, so your obsidian one is still going to be your best source for those sort of gems. But yeah, if you want a bunch of crystal, these are the meteors you need to look out for. Next up, guys, we have the oil meteors. Now, these ones are a little bit less distinguishable. You pretty much want to look out for their sheen along the rocks. You can see that there's kind of like multicolored surfaces there. These mean they're your oil ones. So you've got oil nodes all over these meteors. Harvest them up for as much oil as you want. You also have access to metal, once again. Metal is on every single one of the asteroids, so don't be afraid about gathering metal because it's super easy now. But yeah, this is all your oil that you could possibly ever want. Now guys, this last and final meteor is the Black Pearl meteor. So obviously, as you can see, there are a bunch of pearl-looking, well, pearls chilling on the surfaces of these asteroids. If you go over to them and hit E, you will be able to gather them manually by hand. Obviously, there is metal on them. You can get mutagel as well occasionally. It's nothing crazy. You can see we just got a little bit there. It's nothing crazy like you would normally get with the mutagel asteroid, but this still gives you a very small amount. Not enough to warrant farming up mutagel on the Pearl one, but that is pretty much all of the meteors, I believe. Now, what I'm just going to double check here real quickly is that we can't actually harvest these ones floating in the middle of the air. I've tried harvesting the ones that are found on the island, but they do not work. So let's just quickly test this out. I apologize for the little bit of lag. No. So you're not able to harvest these either. So yeah, you can only gather them by hand along the surface of the meteors, and they only give you black pearls. You do not get silica pearls from these ones. As far as I've tested quite a lot of them, and yeah, you don't get standard silica pearls from them. But you can find plenty of silica pearls in the waterways located around Genesis Part 2. But yeah, guys, that is all the meteors and all of their resources. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe down below for more Genesis Part 2 content. But other than that, guys, thank you very much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.